Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2018 love reading. It's Raina here. This time when I put these little piles, this is how I shuffle. I'm going to make like real small piles so that it's kind of mixed up more. Oh, great. Now you have a lot of major arcana cards too. I was just doing, I think it was it Cancer or Libra? Another cardinal sign though. So I shouldn't be surprised that the cardinal signs have a lot going on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, that is intense. 5 cardinal signs, are you kidding me? Now you do have, Capricorn, a full moon in your sign on June 28th. So maybe that'll be a doozy. Because even like in July, there's a solar eclipse in Cancer, but that's your opposite sign. So it's going to affect you as well. So let's look at what's going on here. You may be feeling a bit of confusion right now. And it could be because you're not quite sure which direction you need to go in, what choice you need to make. This is about having a lot of choices, but having to make the right choice. This card is ruled by Neptune. I've been saying lately about addiction because this card also connects to addiction because of Neptune. And that can, you know, if there's an addiction, that can create a cloudy feeling in the head and confusion. But basically, in this context, I would say that maybe you're feeling, let's look at the foundation card here. The Sun card is about love. So maybe you have fallen head over heels in love, or will, if we're looking at it from the perspective, I'm recording this in May, this is for June. Fall in love, head over heels in love with someone, but you're like, what do I do? Oh my God, you know, that kind of thing, which people, they do engage in sometimes. There are, you know, people, they get involved in relationships and they, maybe you're with somebody else and that could be this person. And you're like, oh my God, you know, the king could represent it could represent your boss. It could represent the father of your child. This is a person who is definitely a very charismatic, or, well, in the reverse position, because that's how I read this position, no matter how I draw the card, I read it as a reverse card. It's going to be someone who maybe doesn't have those great leadership abilities. Or at least not in their relationship with you. Maybe they have a great image at work, or they're like a dynamic leader, but then they're just a bully when it comes to you. So this might be your current partner, or this could be somebody who's not a bad person. It's just that the timing is wrong, or there's some other extenuating circumstances. And the big one would be maybe they're involved with somebody else. And you just don't know what to do because you're in love with this person, or this could be the, you know, the person you're with right now who's problematic that you're trying to figure out what to do. With Capricorn, even if they're in an unhappy relationship, I think that a Capricorn person is much more reluctant to break up their marriage or their committed partnership, especially if they have children, because of that feeling of obligation that is coming from the ruling planet Saturn, that sense of duty. Whereas another sign might be like, I have to go after my own happiness. A Capricorn person is like, well, no, that's actually not true. I actually have responsibilities that I have to live up to. So, like when I do a private reading and someone is waiting on a Capricorn person who is married, a lot of times, especially if there's always some excuse why they can't do it, I feel like a lot of times that person is making excuses because they really are torn and they don't want to break up a marriage. And who knows, maybe that is something that you're dealing with too. Maybe you've fallen in love with somebody and you're, like I said, and they're married or you're married, and that's making you question things. But the one thing I want to say, the Sun card represents love. It represents healing, success, just all the positive things in life. So something good is happening that is making you confused about which direction to take. The fire signs that the King of Wands could represent are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And oh boy, I wonder if I'm going to have to put this reading into 2 parts, because I think I just saw the riding lawnmower go down the street. Ugh. But anyway, the higher message is the Justice card. And, you could say that the higher message is saying you have been in a marriage that is well past its expiration date, and you should have, ended it long ago. And maybe you have met somebody new as a catalyst for you to take that next step. But that could be something that you have been reluctant to act upon. The Justice card is also connected to Libra. So if that means anything to you, if that's the person that you have fallen in love with, then maybe that is the person who's more right for you. But the Justice card is also about things being where they need to be. Everyone gets what they deserve. And so the feeling of, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? A lot of times when people want to leave a relationship, it's because they haven't been treated well. It isn't necessarily, even if you have an affair, it could be because of that. Now, I'm not in favor of affairs because I think that it, first of all, I don't believe in being dishonest with your partner, even if they're not treating you well. I think that that's just kind of a passive-aggressive tactic, or stance. But I mean, I know it happens, and everyone is part of the dance. So no one is totally guilty and no one is totally innocent. When anything happens, everyone is playing a part in the dynamic of whatever is happening. And so the Justice card is just about everything. The universe is in divine order, and we don't have to get upset. Like with the 7 of Cups, you may feel this sense of like going crazy, or well, just being very unsure of like what to do. And it's like sometimes maybe you don't even have to do anything in this moment if you don't feel balanced about it, because the Justice card is also about balance. The advice is the Death card, which is really not doing anything other than realizing that a chapter of your life has ended, Capricorn. And again, you will probably feel this very acutely at the end of the month when you have a full moon in your sign. The Death card is about not clinging to the past, to dreams that you had that may have fallen by the wayside. But kind of like more making peace with what has happened and being able to appreciate the future. One thing I want to direct you back, though, to is this card, the Sun card, which is love. So I feel like that's the important thing. I feel like Capricorns are feeling love from somebody in their life. And that's great news. What's coming in is represented by the Emperor card. Again, this could be, it's right under the Justice card, somebody like a judge rendering a decision. That card is connected to Aries. I always connect it to your sign of Capricorn. It seems like, you know, an official person or what have you. But this is simply about you feeling more in control of your life as well, or taking control of your life, because with the Seven of Cups, you may have quite a scattered mentality where you are, you know, your heart is, you know, what do you call it, being led in different places for different reasons. And oh my gosh, what is that? Well, it sounds to me like they're really doing some kind of lawn care very close to me. So I'm going to have to cut this short, unfortunately. But yeah, the Emperor card is about taking charge of your life so that you don't feel like things are chaotic, and you feel like you can make good decisions, because you may be head over heels in love, and that may make you feel like imbalanced, you know, and you have to regain that balance. The outcome is the Magician card, and I really feel like the Magician card in love is, you know, saying that we attract love to us. And part of that is believing we are deserving of love. The Magician card isn't about looking for someone to love us. It's an active, to me, the Magician is a very active card. It's the number one. So there's, you know, number one is first loving yourself, you know, and taking that initiative and doing so, and not being reliant on other people to provide that for you. But in that vein, this is what's such so paradoxical about life, is that when you are doing for self, when you are taking care of yourself and loving yourself, that's when all the good stuff comes in. And sometimes it can feel kind of maddening, because it's like, now I'm really like independent, and now you know, all these people want to be with me. And before, when I was always trying to get them to be with me, they were like pushing me off. And it's like, what's going on? Well, it's because you have fulfilled yourself. And so there's not a desperate vibe. It's not like you're, you know, using somebody to make you feel like you're okay. And when you do that, when you have that sense of like, yeah, you know, I am my own person, and you're seeking somebody out, it's like a gain. It's not just like a life raft. It's like they're like, you know, just a bonus in your life. And so anyway, I know that there's some dramatic stuff going on here, Capricorn, but I see like a lot of good stuff, especially the last three cards, the cards at the bottom, which do have to do with what's coming in and outcome. And foundation, I should say, too. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this, Capricorn. If you'd like a private reading, the link to my website, rainandmoonastrology.com, is there. Take care. Bye.